Have to try and find, you know, a film career now.
Oh yeah, and not only did he have all the lingo, but if you watch the clip, I think Barry is being influenced by the school of French realism. That's the only way I can explain his reference to Balzac early in this clip.
How are you? Steve. Barry, how's it going? Anna, is it? Okay, if you can picture the scene. He's standing, so I'd imagine that she's like this, literally picking up the present and realises it's an iron.
Yeah.
He's after buying her an iron.
Okay.
So she gets up and literally puts it into his ball sack. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you think it's funny?
Yeah.
Do you think it's funny?
I still think it's funny.
Today was okay. I don't know, it's the first time like doing something like this, so yeah, hopefully it works out okay, because otherwise... Action.
Okay, I'm off now. See you later, Lauren.
Have a good day, darling.
I will do.
Cut. Cut. Okay, and now we're going to do the close-up. Same position.
Barry just loves cameras and he loves taking pictures and he's absolutely loving it. He's really in the moment here.
And cut.
Very good.
That's very good. Yeah. And we're rolling. Just, sorry, Santi, just push your glasses onto your eye just so I can see a glint of your eye, yeah. Action.
Barry's great, like he is really enthusiastic, and I think he knew what the final product was, but I'm not sure he knew exactly how to get there.
Cut. That's it anyway.
Yeah. Well done.
We got what we got. Thanks, lads. You're a gentleman. I don't know. It looks okay. It looks good, but I don't know. Could be a train wreck.
And then the next shot is actually him.
The next shot is him arriving at the office.
Roisin, I want your views on this. Why is it now that there seems to be a policy that you can't let Barry out without Michelle standing directly behind him?
Yeah, I think there's a beautiful friendship blossoming between the two of them. I actually think they're very similar. They're both quite bossy and they both think they know it all. And I think finally, when they've clashed in the past, they've come together and realised they are the same, you know. So I think she's looking on admiringly, as well as a kind of, you know, in case he does go off and...
But is it that they get on well together, or do you think she's there as a minder?
I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, I think Roisin is right. I think they've gelled in this particular show, whereas before they've clashed dramatically. And I'm not quite sure what she thinks her role is or what she's trying to play at.
I still think, the more I think about it, I still think you were very brave to let a crowd of apprentices make your ads, because whatever about the one team, both of them effectively decided the way to go was blue humour.
Our ad needs to be actually laugh out loud.
Or does you have, or has to be shock value?
You could have them. So, I mean, the general shots that make people laugh is a guy getting hit in the mid-regions, obviously, with something.
Christmas morning, she gets the toaster, opens up, and just gives him a good old kick into it, and he's just going to look inside the box.
Okay, just go for it.
Look after your stones at Christmas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the other one I was saying, like, is if it was a ring and that she gave him a kick up the ass and you say, protect your ring this Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you're all laughing. This is the response that we want from the 25 to 30 people that are going to be sitting at the breakfast lunch. We know how much your jewels mean to you.
Yes.
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 We know how much your jewels mean to you, and he man's crumbling, and then it just fades into Applebee's.ie.
We love it.
Carl, is it me or is Ciara starting to fade into the background? We're seeing less and less of Ciara.
I think she's just afraid to be back in the boardroom again. I think she thinks next time I'm in, I'm gone. And when they were in the boardroom tonight, she was there going. She was about to say something negative. You could see she was about to unleash, and she got cut off.
But does she look like her spirit's kind of been broken? She sort of looks hangdog all the time.
Well, I think she's gone quieter, but I think she was just... They seemed a happier team this time, so maybe she felt no need to complain, you know, that she's there.
What's your view on Ciara?
I think she's very afraid to put herself, you know, forward because of, you know, all the criticism that she's had, you know, throughout the show. And I think, you know, maybe her spirits are very low, you know, at the moment, because she is an intelligent lady, but I don't think a lot of people have a lot of respect for her, and they don't take her opinions on board, and she's kind of pushed to the side, to be honest, and she's aware of that.
That comes across really well. Is she not popular? Do people just? Is it one of those school things where she's the girl that people just don't get on with? Because that's what it comes across a bit.
It kind of is kind of that way. Do you know, the kind of way that maybe they don't get on with her on a personal level, but they just don't have any respect for her, to be honest.
Do they have respect, oddly, for Will? What's your views on Will?
I mean, Will, he's a young... I don't think he's really done anything memorable so far. He's one of those, to use the total terrible Apprentice cliche, the long grass. I think he's camped out in there for the past while.
Deliberately or by coincidence, by luck?
Well, just because he's got away with not doing very much,
staying
really.
as long as he can. I don't think he believes he can win. I think he's lacking in confidence.
Oh, you forget the Lucozade bottle. Will, we actually had it here on one of the...
Yeah.
I'm 100% pre-hydrated, Bill. Brace yourself.
That was before he was on the Apprentice. But I just think he's there going, like, I remember the people who went out the first couple of weeks, they just looked so devastated. I think he's just there staying as long as I can, and now it's almost like, oh, I could make it.
I worked with him on the Cadbury's task, and believe me, I learned a couple of things from him. He's an unbelievable negotiator. Like, he really wants it. Like, and I don't think he's coming across very well on the show. I think he's the one to watch, to be honest. He's so hungry for it, and he's such a nice guy. Like, he really...
Is he able for it?
To be honest, he might be a little bit young. Like myself, he is slightly inexperienced, but I think Bill could take him and he could mould him into something that he wants, because I think he really, really wants it, really.
Okay, if he's going to mould him, I hate to sound like a language snob on this one, but all the way through this episode, Will talked about creating a vinyl. Not a viral, as in spreads like a virus, a vinyl, as in spreads like a carpet.
A viral needs to be infectious. It needs to spread like wildfire. The most disturbing thing of all is, Will is calling this a vinyl.
We're going to be doing a bit of editing with you tomorrow for our vinyl. See if you can get any jewellers' vinyls or something like that, no? In relation to having backup music on our vinyl, do you have some music stocks that we could use? It can't be as subtle, like it has to be direct, you know? That's what it says when it says what a vinyl is. It says it's...
Well, that is obviously our no-nonsense clip of the week, and if you want to get any of those clips, if you go on to nononsense.ie/apprentice, they're all there, and there's competitions and prizes and all that as well. Eileen, what is it about the effect that Appleby have on our apprentices? Because whenever we give them to you, the wheels come off.
Well, I'm delighted we're lending a little bit of entertainment to the whole series, but we've enjoyed it. This is our third year doing it, and I think it's created a little bit of fun, and, you know, we are a serious business, a serious Irish business, but we do like to have a little bit of fun along the way. And I think that really this type of thing, when they went and they created their viral, and it was a little bit of fun attached to the whole thing, and I think it's a great thing for us.
We need to take a break, but we showed you at the start of the programme the way the relationship between Jamie and Panos used to be. We have some footage that isn't in the main programme that shows the way the relationship between Jamie and Panos now is. It's worth hanging around for. Back in 3. Okay, a little reminder of where we've got to so far. In tonight's episode, Tara was the PM on the losing team. She brought back in Jamie and Panos. Panos because he failed to explain to the team what a viral was. Jamie, I don't know, but he was there anyway, so you had Jamie and Panos. Now, the two guys then more or less decided to ignore Tara and to ignore Bill and to have a fight of their own. The fight continued out of the boardroom all the way back to the house. Keep in mind that the guys, first of all, have a rule, which is you leave it in the boardroom and you don't talk about it when you go home. Panos and Jamie are friends, and as you watch the clip, and probably most importantly, these two guys share a room.
There were a few personal attacks.
Oh, really?
Okay. There was, yeah, on both sides, so we won't get into that.
I
don't think I personally attacked anyone. Okay.
And if you think I did, just tell me now.
I will. As we said...
No, tell me now, because if you
as we said, everything that happens in the boardroom stays in the boardroom.
Oh, well, everything happens in the boardroom and stays in the boardroom when it stays professional.
Absolutely.
If somebody says something personal, I'm not going to go out and smile and say, oh, we're okay.
And as we said, it's on camera again, so...
All right,
as usual.
You want to talk about it off cameras, but you had the guts to say the things you said on camera in front of Bill.
Absolutely.
So why do you have a problem discussing it on camera here?
But sure, we're not in the boardroom now. That was the whole point of it. Is that what you discussed?
So that is the point of it. When personally you're discussing here amongst the colleagues and the cameras, you had a problem discussing.
Do you want to be embarrassed again? Is that it? Come on, Pat, seriously. This is a bit unfair now.
It is unfair. It's unfair what I'm doing, and it's not unfair what you did in the boardroom.
Panos, seriously.
No, seriously,
You're acting
Jamie.
up there now.
I'm acting up. Oh, I'm performing possibly now.
Come on, all you're doing is making TV.
I am proud. I'm always making TV.
Thank you very much.
So I'm always making TV.
Leave it at that, lads. Listen, he's back now, okay?
Disappointed now, Panos, in you, seriously. Big time disappointed in you.
Oh, you are disappointed in me?
Absolutely.
I haven't mentioned even a thing. But you're disappointed. I'm saying, that's kind of cynical, Jamie. If you have the guts to say things on camera in front of Bill, Jackie and Brian, you should have the guts to say this here on camera as well in front of your colleagues. Do not look at me with that smirk and say that. Well, no, he's been sincere on camera, and he was sincere according to him. He just didn't want to be sincere in here.
And why is that?
Well, I don't know. Ask him, not me. I'm not Jamie.
You're moving out of the room?
Looks like we're getting a divorce.
Well, Roisin, who came out of that better?
Well, I think Jamie. I think Panis has just showed exactly what he's been doing throughout the whole thing. It seems like he's there auditioning for something else, not for the job that is actually up for grabs. I don't even think Panis knows why he's annoyed anymore, and I can't remember what the row was in the boardroom from that. But I do remember Panis's expressions during the boardroom, which was this series of offended faces, like you know, like that all the way. And that's what he has been doing. And he said it there: I make good TV, or I make TV. That's what I do. So yeah, I think he was being petty, and he wanted to stir up a row. And I do think it was for the cameras.
Eileen?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I thought it was a little bit petty. I think Panis is a nice guy. He offers entertainment value, but I don't think he has it to win.
Did you not get the sense, though, Carl, when you watched that Jamie just had that look of malevolence in his eye?
I actually would disagree. I felt for Panis there. I think Panis is an open book. I think very much what you see is what you get, whereas Jamie there was suddenly too aware there's cameras on him. I don't want to say anything. I'll just let Panis wind himself up there, and even by trying, like, passive-aggressively, trying to just go...
was he trying to wind him up? That's what
I do think he was doing that a bit. I
think he wanted to get into it with him. Like, why did he have to go over it again?
Well, like, I can accept that rule. It might be different if it was there.
But surely you walk away. You say, I'm not getting into this, and you
leave it.
He seemed to want to needle him.
He tried to nicely say that, and Panis wouldn't let it go. That's what I saw.
But it does show that Panis does work on his cigarette break.
Well, Tara, you know both of them. If you were calling that, is that Jamie winding him up, or is that Panis being too sensitive?
I think it's a bit of both. I think, you know, when you do come home after the boardroom, and especially the two of you are in there and fighting your corner, it is very stressful, and you just need to leave things, you know, behind. And I think Panis really, you know, that situation, it really is stressful, and it does get you, and it probably got to him too much, and he took it back to the house. Because I think Jamie is the type of person, you know, he says things and he means them, you know, and
do you like Jamie?
I think Jamie is a top guy. Like, he's kind of the same person as what I am, you know, get in, get stuck in, get things done, you know, and I do rate him.
Out of curiosity, at the end of that clip, when Jamie and Michelle are sitting beside each other, there is a shared smile that has a certain feel about it. Should we be reading anything into that? I heard about a lot of hand massages
There
earlier.
was a hell of a lot of massages going on.
Are you saying there's massages we don't know about?
It was like a massage parlour. What
happened to the nurse's outfit that you bought for the task?
The panel and Tara you seem united on this being Panos being oversensitive. The one person this is going to depress is going to be Mairead, because Mairead is our #1 Panos fan. Mairead, does it look like Panos's time with us may be ticking down?
Oh, you know, I pray every week that he's not going to be PM or brought into the boardroom. I'm willing him to stay.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, Mairead. Obviously, guys, this is a...